Hi and welcome to Atomic Reviews. I'm your host Matthew, and on this channel we review darts related materials and other items I think the darting community would like to know about, or items I think are cool. Today's episode we're taking a look at the new Target Daytona Fire GT. Alright, let's open this thing up and take a look at it. Alright, so today we are taking a look at the Daytona Fire GT. This just released. We're going to unbox this here in a second, but just a little bit of information about the GT. It comes in an 01, 02, and 03 version, and really the difference are, as you can see above here, the 01 is more of a, what I call a pencil shape, as if in like you had sharpened the pencil. You look at the point here, excuse me, it looks more like a pencil. The 02 and 03 look very similar to this, and it's difference being there's a little bit more girth in the 03. So the weights that are available in the 01, it would be a 22 and 24 gram. In the 02, it's a 21 and a 23 gram. And then in the 03, it's a 24 and a 26 gram. Reason being for the slightly larger girth. It does come in a soft tip, and that is considered the 10 or the 10, and that comes in an 18 and 20 gram and looks like this. Alright, so we've taken a basic look at them as far as pictures go up here, but let's go ahead and actually unbox this thing and take a look at them. The Daytona Fire GT is an extension of the Daytona range. The Daytona GT shares the same distinctive trapezoid grip technology, precision machined into 95% pure tungsten, as the Daytona Fire. Overlaid with a sporty blue titanium nitride performance coating to enhance grip and provide your barrel with long-lasting protection. Technically perfect, visually stunning, Daytona GT is conditioned for the most sophisticated grip and set off with carbon titanium shaft and grooved storm point for an elegant finish. Alright, so here we have the Daytona Fire GT box. They went with a blue tone here instead of the red like originally. We're going to be taking a look at the 21 gram, which is essentially the 02. I'm going to open this up. It's got a really nice magnetic piece there, kind of holding it in place. And inside we've got our typical Target cell sheet, which on the back will have the match weighting, which on this case is a 21.15, and then they gave us a nice little sticker. I don't remember that being in the original 01. So I'm going to take the little foam piece off, and voila! Those are the new Daytona Fire GTs. Kind of get a little close up here for you. Sorry about the camera shake, just moving it around. So there you go, that's the barrel. So they've continued with the nice little trapezoid look at the front. It's slightly different than the original. We'll do a comparison here in a second. And then we have this little blue inlay. So this right here, there's nothing sticking out, but it's actually an indentation or a cut within there to give you a nice groove, but there's nothing coming out of it, so it's not like it's going to grab hold of your finger necessarily unless you're pushing on it. And it's got a nice inlay of blue. And we'll take a real quick look at the flights. Flights look really nice. Got a blue. Let's go ahead and back this off a little, and we'll pull this up. So as typical, this is a little tray that comes out, and then we've got more goodies underneath. So we've got some more additional flights. We have flight protectors, we've got a little label pin, and then we have some additional of the carbon fiber shafts there. So, you know, really nice setup, really nice look, basically an update to the original Daytona Fire, which was colored in red, and so they've updated the barrel at the same time. Let me go ahead and go grab my Daytona Fire, and we'll do a quick comparison. So you can see here how the barrels differ from the original Daytona Fire and this new Daytona Fire GT. On the left is the original, and on the right, of course, is the new GT. And you can just see they took that trapezoid look on the original all the way through the barrel. Here they're just doing it at the front. A little bit, about half. I would say it's about half has that trapezoid, and then they come into where they've got these really nice grooves. The camera to adjust there. And the barrels are the same length, the shafts are a little bit different. And then you've got the new fire point on the new Daytona. Very similar looking point, but it is slightly different. "26. Close. Alright, so there you have the new Daytona Fire GT. Really, really nice barrel, very smooth in the throw, just the feel, really smooth, not overly grippy, but grippy enough. You can feel that the dart's there in your hand, you can feel the barrel, there's definitely some grip there, but it's not biting into your fingers, it's not a heavy grip. I would say it's probably maybe a little bit less grip than the original Daytona Fire, and it's just because the little so I think there might be just a little bit less grip. Doesn't have the trapezoid piece right in here. This does give you some grip, but again, it's not protruding out and grabbing a hold of your finger. It's your finger pressing in to the grooves that's giving the grip, where the trapezoids kind of stick out a little bit. And in the original Daytona, you had trapezoids that went all the way up, and there wasn't a breakup in those trapezoids. So I think they were a little bit grippier. This has just a really nice, smooth grip. You can feel it again in your fingertips. But it's not biting into the skin or grabbing like some other darts will do. So if you want, say, a medium to soft grip, depending on how much pressure you put on the dart, this is perfect for you. If you're looking for something with a real aggressive grip, this is not going to be the barrel for you. I will say, in my opinion, because that's what this is about, the price point is a little bit high. I have seen them from about $177 up to $210 online at this point. I've actually seen it at $255 and higher in some websites, eBay, people reselling, or just on some sites where people are essentially, in my opinion, gouging the price on these. But really I'm seeing them right in that 180 mark, and that's in US dollars, which I think is a little bit much for a dart barrel, but these are really, really nice. If these were sitting at the kind of that 150 or 120, 150, 120, somewhere in there, maybe 140, 130, I think that would be a reasonable cost for them. I, in my opinion, don't see any reason why any of these barrels should necessarily cost more than $100, but that's me. I'm sure the new Phil Taylors will rival this in price, if not be more, probably in the 220s is my guess. Nope, we're not going to get down to that. So price point on these, I've seen it anywhere from about $177, $180 into like the 220, 250 mark. There were some people trying to sell it at that much, but more in the 220s. I think at the price point, even at 180-ish, it's a bit much. That's my opinion. I get that there's a lot of technology in it. You get a really nice box, and it's a really nice presentation, and I'm okay with that. I mean, if you want to spend that kind of money on these, apparently people do, because I got a set of them. Alright, so the price point on these does sit around about 180, a little under 180, and I've seen people selling them for more in the 220 to 250 range. That's the price point. My opinion is the price point is too high. I think really when you get over $100 for what they are, it's a dart. My opinion. Alright, so the price point on these sits about 180. I have seen a few people trying to sell it at 220 and 250. Again, this is in US dollars, but you can certainly find them out there for about the 180 price point. Alright, so there you have it, the new Daytona Fire GT. Really nice barrel, has a really nice feel. It's very smooth on the fingertips. It's not overly grippy. I think the original Daytona Fire with that trapezoid running up the entire length of the barrel was a little bit grippier. This one has a really nice grip to it, has a really nice feel. Of course, it's new. This area right in here, again, it's not a protruding grip, so it's when you're putting pressure on there, your fingers are kind of sitting into the inlay and you're getting grip off of that. So it's not as grippy as where you've got the trapezoids that are actually protruding, and in the original Daytona Fire, the trapezoids ran up the entire length of the barrel, and they weren't broken up here, so it was a little bit grippier in my opinion. This has a really nice smooth grip. I'm going to say it's somewhere between a medium to a smooth or low grip. I liked it. I thought it felt good on the fingertips. It wasn't overly biting into my fingers. RVB, the original ones that Target came out with about a year ago, those to me were extremely grippy. It's just kind of comparison. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the new RVBs, which have a little bit more of the trapezoid in there, and seeing how those feel. Really, really nice barrel. Highly recommend this as a dart. And I will say I understand the price point's a little bit much, about the 177, 180 mark. I've seen them going for 220 and 250, or at least people listing them at that price point. So it is a little bit more of a pricey barrel. You do get a really nice presentation with the box and all the added materials inside the box. But again, it's a little bit on the pricier side for a barrel, but feels really good. It's a 95% tungsten. Has the new technology that Target is coming out with. These definitely have 2 thumbs up from me in regards to the barrel and just the feel of it and presentation. Just bar none, they definitely do a really, really good presentation of presenting the barrels and the packaging. So highly recommend these if it's in your price point, or if you're a collector, you definitely need to jump on these. Really good feeling dart. Well, there you have it, another episode of Atomic Reviews. Thank you for watching. I am your host, Matthew, and we will see you on the next one.